Manly's season was hanging by a thread. The critics said it was over. The ladder said their finals hopes were fading. But then, boom, a night of brilliance. Daly Cherry-Evans caught fire, Tom Trbojevic turned back the clock, and suddenly the Sea Eagles weren't dead yet. In fact, after a stunning win over the Dragons, Manly's finals dream is very much alive, but for how long? This wasn't just another game of footy. It was a do-or-die battle filled with leadership, desperation, and moments of absolute magic. And what unfolded could shape the destiny of Manly's season. Before we dive into the drama, if you bleed rugby league and want the latest updates, shocks, and the stories behind the stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Because here at Aussie NRL Updates, we don't just report the news, we bring the game to life. Let's set the stage. Going into this clash, Manly's finals chances weren't just slim, they were on life support. Sitting outside the top 8, the Sea Eagles needed nothing short of perfection in their final games to have any hope. Every mistake mattered. Every dropped ball, every defensive lapse, could have meant the end of their season. And fans knew it. This wasn't just about beating the Dragons. This was about survival. When the pressure is sky high, some players fold. Others rise. For Manly, two men took it upon themselves to rise above the noise: Daly Cherry-Evans, the veteran captain, and Tom Trbojevic, the superstar fullback. DCE has been here before, captain of Queensland, premiership winner, one of the smartest halves in the game. He knows pressure better than most. And in this match, he showed why he's still one of the best. His kicking game, his vision, his leadership, they were on another level. And then there was Turbo. Injuries have plagued him, critics have questioned if he'd ever get back to his explosive best. But on this night, he reminded everyone why his box office. His runs cut through the Dragons' defense like a hot knife through butter. Every touch of the ball felt dangerous. The Dragons actually started with some intent. Their forwards rolled upfield, they looked organised, and for a moment, it seemed like they might make Manly's night difficult. But then, bang! DCE's boot found open space, forcing an error, and suddenly Turbo was in the thick of it. A sweeping backline play, Turbo slicing through, and Manly had first points on the board. The crowd erupted. You could feel the momentum shift immediately. And here's the thing: once Manly smell blood, they can pile on points fast. DCE's kicking pinned the Dragons in their own half. Turbo's support play kept them scrambling. And the Dragons, well, they had no answers. But don't think for a second this was all smooth sailing for Manly. The Dragons had their moments. A set piece nearly broke the line, only for Turbo to shut it down with a desperate tackle. Later, a drop ball near Manly's try line had fans gasping it could have been a game-changer. Or will North Queensland finally get revenge in the rivalry that's defined an era? Stick with me, because in the second half of this breakdown, we're going to unravel the possible game-breaking scenarios, the hidden tactical moves, and the legacy implications of tonight's match. You don't want to miss what's coming next. If you thought Reece Walsh being ruled out was the biggest shock of the derby, you're wrong. Because the ripple effects of this bombshell could change the entire finals picture, reshape club dynamics, and even ignite a battle for Queensland dominance that lasts for years. Let's pull this thread and see just how deep it goes. Without Walsh, Brisbane's entire attacking structure must change. Kevy Walters will likely lean on Adam Reynolds to orchestrate a more controlled, territorial game. Expect bombs, repeat sets, and field position to dominate strategy. But that also means the Broncos' outside backs, Staggs, Farnworth, will need to take on double responsibility. No more relying on Walsh to create magic. They'll need to break tackles, offload smartly, and become strike weapons in their own right. Here's the danger: if the Cowboys shut down Reynolds' kicking game, the Broncos could suffocate. That's the tactical gamble. On the flip side, the Cowboys suddenly smell opportunity. With Brisbane reshuffling at the back, Todd Payton might unleash Drinkwater to pepper kicks at Sailor. Holmes could target mismatches out wide. And Dearden, known for his running game, could rip through tired middle defenders if Haas is overworked. Momentum is everything in derbies. If the Cowboys strike early, the crowd turns restless and pressure mounts on Brisbane's replacements. But if they let the Broncos settle, confidence could swing the other way. It's a chess match with real bruises. Every great rivalry has chapters. Tonight is another one, and the missing presence of Walsh makes this chapter unique. Imagine years from now, fans will say, "Remember that derby where Walsh didn't play, and the Cowboys either snatched it or blew it." This match becomes folklore depending on what happens. If Brisbane win without him, it's legendary. If they lose, it becomes a ghost haunting Walters and his squad. Derbies are mental as much as physical. The Cowboys know Brisbane are rattled. They'll come out taunting, sledging, applying scoreboard pressure. But here's a hidden danger: sometimes when you underestimate a team missing a star, you walk straight into a trap. What if Saylor pulls off a blinder? What if Reynolds kicks Cowboys to death? What if Brisbane's forward pack plays like men possessed? That's the unpredictable nature of sport. Confidence can flip in seconds. Let's not forget the real heartbeat of this game, the fans. Broncos fans feel robbed of their star attraction. Cowboys fans feel like fate has tilted their way. Social media is buzzing, debate raging: is this a true test, or an unfair advantage? But that's what makes rugby league special: it's never